YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, Dedrick Alex Jr. And I'm back with another fragrance video. All right, so it is that time of year again. Every year for the past, well, since I've been starting the YouTube, since I've had this YouTube, I have done the annual Cheapie Hall of Fame video. That's right, I have 10 of the greatest cheapies of all time. According to me, I will rank them 10 through 1, and that is going to be that. I love a good rack store find. I love getting in my car on a day where I ain't really got too much going on, and I can hit Marshalls, I can hit Ross, I can hit Burlington, I can hit TJ Maxx, I can hit them all just to see what I can find. But here's the criteria. The Cheapie Hall of Fame, these fragrances have to be $30 or less, found in the rack store. Now there's the two different versions, kind of I was tweaking them when I first started, but this is the criteria going forward, all right? So hopefully everyone out there is doing well. Hopefully everyone is experiencing good vibes, man. Y'all know how we do on this channel, positive vibes only. Hopefully everyone is doing well. But before we get started, because we have 10 to go through, I do have 2 honorable mentions, 2 that they just had to be in here, okay? And up first, I guess they're 11 and 12, all right? Up first from the House of Nautica, you have the classic. I still wear this fragrance to the gym. It still has a purpose. I still spray it on to the gym. We have Nautica Voyage. That salty, synthetic, you know, sea aquatic, green apple mess that this is. It is something that on a summer day, headed out to the gym first thing, I wear this, all right? And it's a classic, and it's just gonna be a great starter fragrance for someone who's not trying to spend a lot of money, but they're trying to smell good, and it kind of works for a lot of different things. Nautica Voyage is first, and then this right here is just a staple, just a classic from the House of Burberry, all right? We have Burberry Touch. Burberry Touch, you have this nice musky floral, just like powdery type of vibe here. A classic in fragrance, but now you can get this for around that $25, maybe $30, maybe $20 mark in your local rack stores. 2 classics that I just didn't want to leave off, because you could walk in any rack store right now and probably guarantee to find you a bottle of Voyage and a bottle of Burberry Touch. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the list. We're gonna have 10 through 1. Let's get it. All right, up first at number 10, this is a new entry to the Cheapie Hall of Fame, and I can't shake it, and I love this stuff. I've had it for a couple of months, and it's definitely one of the best buys that I ever bought in a rack store from the House of Calvin Klein. We have CK All. CK All, that's right. CK All has cracked the top 10 at number 10. It is beautiful, citrusy, floral, musky style of a fragrance that works for anything. Anything. I got this 200 ml bottle for $25.99 or something like that in my local Ross on a whim. I always get lucky coming home from the gym. There's a Ross right across the street from my gym, so this is where I found this one. It's so good. My wife has the 100 ml and she loves it as well. At number 10 from the House of Calvin Klein, we have CK All. Yes, new entry. Of course, some of these have been on before, but let's keep rolling. At number 9, one of the best bang for your buck fragrances, especially for the cooler months. This stuff it's really good. From the House of Banana Republic, all right? We have Tobacco and Tonka Bean. At number 9, this is awesome. A number of these Banana Republics could have made the list, but this is awesome, man. That beautiful sweet honey tobacco, that Tonka Bean, a lot of sweetness in here for sure. It's just awesome. And wearing this has a little powdery nature to it as well, but wearing this in the cooler months and getting it from Burlington for $20. I've given this away twice in giveaways since the channel has been up and running. But this is awesome stuff, man. Awesome for the cooler months, and it smells great in the air. The performance will sneak up on you for sure. It lasts longer than you would think for a $20 fragrance, all right? Burlington always has them. It's at least where I live. Check it out. From the House of Banana Republic. At the 9th spot, we have Tobacco and Tonka Bean. This stuff is really good, man, for sure. All right, at number 8, I believe this dropped a couple of spots, but I think it'll always be in the top 10. of the Cheapie Hall of Fame. From the House of Mont Blanc, we have Star Walker. Just clean and fresh. I have 2 backup bottles of this on deck because you can get a 50 ml for 20 bucks. No problem. And for me, it's really simple. Fresh out of the shower, if I'm chilling, fresh out of the shower, if I'm running some errands, if I'm going to the gym, this is a fragrance that you could just pick up, you could spray on and smell clean. The unique note of bamboo is something that really gives this something different, but you still get that clean and fresh vibe. I've given this away for gifts. And the gentleman who I've gifted them to, they love it. It's one of them's signature scent. He wears it literally every day, even if it's 30 degrees outside. But that's how much he likes it. At number 8, from the House of Mont Blanc, we have Star Walker. You can get this for 20 bucks as well. I got this from my local Ross. I've got it in my local Burlington. Like I said, I have 2 backup bottles. All right, at number 7, number 7, from the House of Guess, and this could have been higher. This could have been higher, but this is where it lands for this year's version of the Cheapie Hall of Fame. We have Guess 1981 Los Angeles, man. For you to get this fragrance for 20 bucks, it's crazy. Tobacco, plum, kind of a mature version of Versace Eros. That's what you're getting with this fragrance. This stuff is awesome, man. Just smelling it, man, it's just awesome. Rich, slightly bold, sexy as well. I can appreciate the tobacco and the plum that's infiltrated in this one outside of the Eros. And quite honestly, if I was going out on a date night and I wanted that Versace vibe, that Versace Eros vibe, I would definitely go with this one. Got this for 20 bucks, 100 ml bottle from my local Burlington, and it is great. Check it out if you have not. I see it from time to time, but not as much as I once did. So I don't know if not as much as I once did, but I don't know if that's a sign. From the House of Guess, we have 1981 Los Angeles at the 7th spot. All right, let's move on into the top 6. Out of the House of Sean John. Yes, this one that you can't find, and it is crazy. We have Sean John's 3 AM. As you can see, a significant dent in that bottle. I'm about a quarter of the way done. This is one of the more sought after Cheapies. That tonic water, fig leaf, just sparkly touch of earthiness that this thing possesses. It's really, really good. And if you have a bottle and you're trying to get rid of it, you probably can get over the money that it's worth. Don't pay $100 for this, 60, 50. No, I got a backup bottle of this and I've gifted it, and both times I found it for 20 bucks for 100 ml. Both times. All right, so if it does resurface, it is worth it, in my opinion, to have in your collection, especially if you're paying around that $20, even $30 range. It is good to me. I've always liked it since it came out. From the House of Sean John, we have 3 AM at the number 6 spot. All right, we are now getting into the top 5, and man, this one is going to be a staple as well. It just can do a lot of things, man. From the House of Abercrombie and Fitch, we have First Instinct Together. First Instinct Together. This is a clone of Invictus, the Invictus DNA. But this one is a little bit different, man. It's kind of like a, they say it's a pineapple, but I get like mango. I get like mango, some fruity citrus, a little bit of musk in here as well. But I get this pineapple-y mango vibe to it, and it's really, really good. I've always gotten that with this fragrance for sure. But it works for anything. Great for the gym, great for running errands, great for the summer. It just smells good. For a while, I was wearing this to get my hair cut during the summertime. And every time I went in, my barber was like, "What are you wearing?" And I could tell when I said Abercrombie and Fitch, he was like, "What?" But this is just one that's really good. Always see him in my local Ross. Always. Till this day. And I do have a backup bottle of this as well. Do I need a backup bottle? No. But when I saw one for 15 bucks, I said, why not? All right, and this was a while ago when I grabbed it. But as you can see, the dent on the number 5 fragrance in the Cheapie Hall of Fame, it's legit. Abercrombie and Fitch together. All right, moving along to the top 4. The top 4, I think these were around the same last year and the year before. So let's go ahead and dive into it. But I think the order might be a little different. At number 4, from the house of Tommy Bahama, we got St. Kitts. St. Kitts. Now, I believe St. Kitts has been number 1 before. Probably be good to have where they were previously ranked the year before, but it's all good. Tropical star fruit vacation in a bottle, a fragrance for the hot weather, the warm weather vacation spot, something that's not going to last long. It's okay, you can reapply, but you're going to get that tropical fruit, passion fruit drink or something like that. A cocktail in a bottle is what you're getting. A fruity drink in a bottle is what you're getting with this one. I do have a backup bottle of this as well. It is really, really good for $20. Man, listen, God, for $20, it is really, really, really good. Check it out if you have not, especially if you're going on vacation and you need something, if you're going to be running around. Listen, you can't beat this. You can't. At number 4, from the house of Tommy Bahama, we have St. Kitts. Great stuff, man. All right, at number 3, man, this could have been number 1. We're going back around the block with the house of Calvin Klein. This is a staple for me. I wear this stuff, especially when it gets cooler. From the house of Calvin Klein, we have CK1 Shock. A great introductory to tobacco. I haven't smelled it in a minute. So good. Lavender, tobacco. You get this citrusy tone from it in it as well. It is so good. You kind of get this ambery type of sweetness with the tobacco. Synthetic, yes, but it smells so good. And on those mornings when it's a little cooler than normal and I gotta run some errands or I gotta go to the barbershop, or I've even worn this to the gym in the winter time. Couple sprays on the neck and it did just fine, especially, I don't know about your gym, but in my gym, when it's cold outside, it's colder in the gym, all right? But this right here is a staple. I'll always have it. I've gifted it several times. My son has a bottle. He loves it. This stuff is really good. I encourage you to, if you want something that smells really, really good, a little bit richer, something that can hold you down, that you don't have to spend a lot of money, especially in the cooler months, I promise you, you wear this on a date, you wear this to the office, you wear this hanging out, you're gonna smell like $1,000,000. That's how I feel about it. This stuff is great. From the house of Calvin Klein, we have CK1 Shock. CK1 Shock. Love the bottle too. All right, the top 2 in this list. I copped this from Burlington, and CK1 Shock was from Burlington as well. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, at the number 2 spot, we have Aqua Essenziale Blue. Yes, got this from my local Burlington for $29.99. I caught my backup bottle, which is a 50 ml for $19.99, and this is the best bang for your buck blue fragrance that you can get. It kind of rivals a Blue de Chanel style of a DNA, but more powdery than the Blue de Chanel. But for what you get in this bottle, for what you pay, it's crazy. I mean, this arguably could have been number 1. And believe it or not, a lot of people have not heard of this. This does have a touch of class to it. Does have a touch of sex appeal to it as well, for sure. Fellas, if you see this, I would definitely encourage you to check it out. Great for the office, great for a date night, great for hanging out on a cooler fall or winter night. Don't sleep on this, and it's really, really good. I got a decent den. I've had this for about 3 years now, and it is awesome, man. I always want to have it. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, we have Aqua Essenziale Blue. All right, and at the number 1 spot, from the house of Banana Republic, once again, some of you probably already figured this would be it. Vintage Green. Vintage Green with the number 1 spot for $20. How is it possible that you get something like this for $20? You get this fig and green tea vibe, citrus touch, herbal touch, It is a refreshing fragrance for the spring and the summer. I have 2 bottles, 2 backup bottles of this. When I see it, I feel like grabbing a bottle every time because this is just perfect. When it's warm out and I don't want to think about it, this is the one that gets the most use. Going to the barbershop, going to the grocery store, going to check my P.O. box, whatever I got going on, check my regular mail at where I live. It doesn't matter what I have going on. If it's warm out, as soon as I keep this in the back, I keep this close to me. So if I'm running out, I'm grabbing this and I'm putting it on, man, and it's getting the job done. And it smells great. Smells great. Don't sleep on vintage green. Don't sleep on it. Number 1, again, I think this was number 1 last year, I believe, or the year before. Maybe it's his first time number 1. I'm not sure. I'll do better. From the House of Banana Republic, we have a vintage green at the number 1 spot. All right, Smell Good family, that is the 2023 Cheapie Hall of Fame. 10 through 1, 2 honorable mentions. Y'all let me know down below in the comments, what are your favorite and greatest and bestest Cheapies of all time? All right, until next year for the 2024 version, hope you like this one. And if you don't, tell me why. All right, down below in the comments. Splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And what you put out in this world is exactly what you're gonna get back. All right, y'all, be cool.